Yeah, more heat in our forecast as we cruise into the weekend and into the start of next week. We'll take a look at those details for the Weather Impact Alert days.
The viral video of a guy appearing to be kicking a sea lion near La Jolla Cove. When will it stop?
Amidst all the fun and make-believe at Comic-Con, there's a forensic artist trying to solve a real cold case in San Diego dating back to 1999.
And with one of the biggest pop culture conventions in the world being here, know that there is also a dark side. Still ahead, we'll talk about human trafficking and what's being done to prevent it.
Comic-Con can be kind of rough, but I'm here with Guide Dogs of America today and their collaboration with DC, as all these dogs are going to be helping attendees at Comic-Con.
We begin tonight with a live look at the Gaslamp Quarter in downtown San Diego amid high temperatures being felt across the county. And as you can see, the heat is certainly not slowing or preventing people from turning out for Comic-Con. Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Weather Impact Alert Day. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Anna Laurel. While we are a few days into Comic-Con, we're also a few days into a summer heat wave with temperatures climbing across the county. Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis joins us now with a first look at what's ahead and how hot it could get for the thousands of people heading to Comic-Con and really anyone with outdoor plans this weekend. Carlene?
If you're heading to Comic-Con, you don't really care about the weather. You're just happy to be there. You're going to enjoy it. You're looking at the sunshine. Just stay nice and hydrated, especially if you're going to be hanging out in Gaslamp, in the Gaslamp district, and not going inside the convention. So you got 80s for daytime highs for this weekend. That's going to be milder compared to the rest of the county when it does come to that heat. So for this weekend, those widespread 80s, lots of sunshine that's expected to be in the forecast. Anyone who's out there right now is actually feeling the 70s. 75 degrees right now for downtown. You also have the 70s right there along the coast, as well as for Fallbrook and for La Mesa. You have 80s right now for temperatures for Ramona, as well as for Escondido and for the mountains. 112 degrees for Borrego Springs, where it was 116 today. We also have that uptick in humidity, so it is sweltering out there when it does come to that heat, especially across inland areas with the hotter temperatures. And then we gear up for a continuation of the heat. It's going to keep going all the way until Monday with the heat alerts, and that's going to expire at 8 p.m. on Monday. You have 80s and 90s closer towards the coast, inland valleys in those 90s, even for the mountains, and the 1-teens for the desert. We will go ahead and take a look at your complete forecast coming up. Back to you.
Thanks, Carlene. And as always, you can find an extended weather forecast on the CBS 8 app, which you can stream now for free. People across San Diego are outraged after watching a viral video out of La Jolla. That video appears to show a sea lion being kicked. It's just the latest in a string of incidents sparking concerns near La Jolla Cove.
News 8's Abby Black has been looking into why this keeps happening. We're here at La Jolla Cove, where year-round it is crowded, but especially during the summer months where many people are here to see the sea lions and many just get too close. This incident appears to have happened at Point La Jolla around the cove at night. While this is the most egregious caught on video in a while, it's not the first. It's an ongoing problem and we're pressing officials. When will it stop and when will someone be held accountable?
This is the image driving the conversation today. A single frame pulled from a video that appears to show a sea lion being kicked near La Jolla Cove. We're not showing you the video in its entirety, and we're not naming the person in it. That's a deliberate choice. The video's authenticity and exactly when it was recorded have not been independently confirmed, but our focus is not on one person's actions. It's on a problem that keeps repeating on this stretch of coastline. This incident happened near Point La Jolla, the same area the city permanently closed to people back in 2023 to protect sea lions. Part of the nearby stairs has also been closed off where pups are present. And right now, some of those pups are visibly malnourished. The Sierra Club's Seal Society estimates 10 pup deaths at the cove this year alone, which advocates link to mothers abandoning pups after being scared off by human interference.
Hi, sir, can we please move back from the sea lions?
The Seal Society says this was not just harassment.
This was an intentional and repeated assault on the sea lion, which is a protected species by the Marine Mammal Protection Act.
Comments from all over the internet demanding an arrest. NOAA confirms it is investigating, but says it has just 4 enforcement officers covering the entire state. San Diego park rangers say that they can't write tickets for harassing a sea lion. They can only document a violation and forward it to NOAA. Robin Davidoff, the chair for the local Seal Society, says that's the problem.
If the buck really stops with NOAA and they don't have the staff, and so what they need to do is authorize the city to interact when they cannot, and also authorize the state so that rangers, lifeguards, and policemen, women, can write tickets for the harassment of the sea lions.
The Seal Society says they're not asking to close La Jolla Cove. They want cones and tape marking safe distance and rangers on the sand, not just making announcements from above.
Let's all be respectful of marine life and observe from a distance. Thank you.
If you witness sea lion harassment, you need to report it to NOAA. That number is 800-853-1964. Reporting at La Jolla Cove, Abby Black, News 8.
It is the second full day of Comic-Con, and the cosplayers are out in full force, from belting your heart out during a Wicked sing-along to live podcasts to breaking down episodes of Star Trek from decades past. There are plenty of activities, panels, and celebrity sightings to keep any fan base occupied today. And as we told you last night, many attendees feel the panels held in Hall H, those truly define the whole Comic-Con experience.
Over the years, it's become the convention's most famous stage, where major studios unveil new movies, debut exclusive footage, and bring out some of Hollywood's biggest stars. But to get inside, you have to brave what is perhaps the longest line at the event. As you can see, people came out for a spot inside, often waiting countless hours to be among the first to experience what Hall H has to offer.
You're looking at video from this morning, and this is what the line looks like right now. Yeah, you need to be taking a break because, my goodness, this is for tomorrow. Let's make this isn't a tonight thing. This is for tomorrow.
They're not even inside walking around. They're just hanging out waiting to get in 12 hours from now.
Yeah, and from what we understand, people have been rotating in and out of the lines. You're allowed to have a partner and check in and check out. Seems like there's good vibes. But man, that is dedication to the bit. But when you look at what's coming, here's what those people are waiting for. The Hall's events start at 11:15 tomorrow morning with the animation show of shows origin story. That is followed by a panel on the Star Trek universe featuring the cast of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, to showcase what's ahead in the series and to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Star Trek franchise. Then there's an Apple TV panel offering a sneak peek at upcoming films and movies, including Dark Matter, Mayday, Widow's Bay, and more on the current season of Silo. A lot of those people waiting in line, though, are holding out for the Marvel Studios presentation. That's set to happen at 5:30 tomorrow night, which is promising appearances from Kevin Feige and special guests. So it's going to be big, folks, along with a look at what's next from the studios. And the night ends with an evening with Kevin Smith, where Silent Bob himself is set to share details on his next film and upcoming comic releases, and also a Q&A session.
That is going to be, now you know why they're in line that long.
Lots going on.
And as Comic-Con crowds pack San Diego, law enforcement is on high alert for a different kind of visitor, human traffickers who see large events as an opportunity.
News 8's Jenny Day shares the steps local authorities are taking tonight to prevent human trafficking.
Yeah, Comic-Con, our annual claim to fame, attracting 135,000 people from around the world, offering everything entertainment, contributing to our local economy, but also fueling another demand and driving human trafficking and sexual exploitation every year.
It becomes more profitable. There's so many people in town. They bring women and sometimes minors to these events. Now, on the outside, it looks like this is voluntary activity, but It is not.
13 people were arrested last Comic-Con over just a 3-day sting operation. The majority were Johns paying for sex. The district attorney's office says to expect enforcement and criminal consequences again this year. I also spoke to San Diego police. They say uniformed and plainclothes officers will have a strong presence.
A lot of the activity happens online. They will have them with hardly any clothes on, with different emojis and symbols that the buyers know represent different sexual activity.
Outside of Comic-Con, San Diego police have arrested 85 buyers in the city since January. The new Assembly Bill 379 expands the list of felony charges, adds a $1,000 fine, and makes it illegal for the John to loiter, not just the prostitute.
Very disturbing. We've recovered girls as young as a 12-year-old just in this past year. Multiple 13-year-olds. When we recover them, we see the fear and the pain.
The district attorney asking everyone to be a responsible and respectful guest because many of these women are victims of pimps, being sold, exploited, coerced, and are controlled behind the scenes. Police adding they will continue work to rescue these victims and hold those paying for sex accountable. We are encouraged to report suspicious activity.
They can be a doctor, a lawyer, but they can also be somebody in construction. They come from all walks of life. If you are even attempting to buy a minor for sex, you're going to face a felony charge.
Jenny Day, News 8.
Thanks, Jenny. DC Comics is teaming up with the Guide Dogs of America for a special mission featuring a litter of puppies named after iconic superheroes.
And all of the attendees this year are helping in their training for that mission. News 8's Alex Cheney joins us live to explain. Alex?
Yeah, Anna, these dogs are so cute. I got to meet them just a couple of hours ago. These service dogs will one day help the deaf and blind or even veterans with PTSD, making them real-life superheroes.
There you go. DC knows that, you know, with all of the heroes, right, not all heroes with capes, and so the dogs themselves are heroes. All right, focus.
Meet Crypto, Clark, Lois, Kara, and Lobo.
Oh, you're sweet.
As part of the partnership with DC Comics, a special litter of puppies, all about 8 months old, were given names inspired by Superman.
There you go.
Guide Dogs of America says it's a rare exception to its traditional naming process, made to celebrate the collaboration with DC Comics.
We are always looking for puppy raisers.
The dogs stopped traffic in front of Hall F today. The puppies have already started their training, learning basic skills, building confidence, and going on outings with volunteer puppy raisers.
You get a lot of love. They have a lot of purpose. They're, as you can see, she's very focused on me, so you get direct attention. And then they go off and they help somebody else in their life, and it's just a really fantastic feeling.
Each step helps prepare them for the day they'll be matched with someone who will depend on a service dog for greater independence. The dogs will be in service during Comic-Con this weekend as part of their training.
This is a socialization event where the dogs are learning how to navigate the busy world, how to settle, how to engage, when not to engage, and then make sure that once they get to their service dog features, they know how to react to those environments. So like, oh, I've been in a busy crowd before. I can handle this.
You want treats? Yeah. So as I said in the story, while we were standing outside with all 5 of those pups, we drew quite a crowd. And the good news is those attending here at Comic-Con have 2 more opportunities to see the pups. They're going to be on display both Saturday and Sunday here at the Convention Center. Reporting live, I'm Alex Cheney. Back over to you.
With more than 135,000 attendees this weekend, that is quite the training. Alex, thanks so much for showing that to us.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
Okay, there are other real-life superheroes at Comic-Con working to bring justice to victims of crime.
We'll share the efforts happening on the convention floor, hoping to crack a cold case. That's coming up. But first, an update on one of Big Bear's beloved bald eagles after this.